Welcome back. Somehow, despite a pile of red flags and disappointments higher than Mount Everest, we return. Carrie and Big are married, making this round 4 of their doomed relationship. If you're enjoying the journey so far, please like and subscribe and consider joining my Patreon. Patrons get the parental advisory, unfiltered version of my ramblings on this train wreck. We're almost finished, everyone. So, even though Carrie is most likely the laughingstock at Vogue and tarnished her brand, possibly even affecting her book sales, because who the hell would take any relationship advice from someone who married the guy that jilted her, she and Big are 2 years into wedded bliss. Now, they're attending another wedding, or as Big puts it,
gay wedding, gay wedding, gay wedding, gay wedding.
Will you please stop referring to this as a gay wedding?
Because weddings are clearly only for straight people to desecrate, according to Eyebrows. True to his nature, he wastes zero time in clapping cheeks before the big event, as she is Stanford's maid of honor.
I have to be there in an hour.
Y'all notice that Big just loves to screw Carrie either figuratively or literally right before she has something important to do?
You know, I don't have time for this. I have a deadline.
Where are you going?
I have 2 book readings this morning before I head back to New York.
Not so fast. Come here.
Now?
Can I talk to you?
I'm late for dinner with the girls.
He then gets hit on by one of those gay people at this gay wedding.
Have a nice night.
You have a nice night.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk.
Okay, we're gonna put a pin in this for later. Of course, it feeds his already undeserved, humongous ego.
That guy just hit on me.
How's it make you feel?
Like I still got it.
You don't have it. You don't have it.
Carrie meets one of the few fans she has left who proudly announces that she has the same dating life as she does.
I've been reading your books for years in your column. I swear we had in your column. I swear we had the exact same dating life.
That's really not good. Did this guy begrudgingly marry you too after 10 years of avoidant behavior? However, the gushing immediately stops when she learns that Big and Carrie aren't planning to breed or adopt, which is probably the wisest decision that either of them ever made, considering that they are extremely dysfunctional and would probably have their kid in therapy 8 days a week.
You guys have kids? If you need the name of a surrogate service, ours was flawless.
Oh, no, thanks. It's not a surrogate situation. We're just not having children.
You don't want kids?
It's just not for us.
So it's going to be just you two? Well, have a nice night.
Jeez, what a weirdo. While Samantha is getting her back blown out by Anthony's brother, Samantha loves someone's brother, I see.
Who's that hot straight guy with Carrie?
That's Anthony's brother, Nicky.
This is my wonderful brother, Wesley.
My brother? You slept with my brother?
This is my brother.
Big and Carrie are watching an old movie in bed. We're gonna put a pin in this for later as well. After Big is done drooling over Charlotte's braless nurse, he and Carrie return home. Here, we begin to see their 10-year age difference on full display because Carrie still has truckloads of energy to go out every night, while Big is probably a few years away from a Viagra prescription and just wants to stay at home and chill.
It's 4:30. Where should I make reservations? Any cravings?
Let's just order it.
We ordered in 2 nights last week.
Let's just stay home.
Okay.
Carrie also starts to nag Big, although some of her gripes are understandable.
Excuse me, what the actual are you doing?
You know you have your shoes on the couch, right?
Other than this, Carrie and Big seem to be smooth sailing. During their anniversary dinner, they exchange gifts. This is what Carrie gives Big.
Very nice.
It's vintage. It's from 1968. It's engraved.
Me and you. Just us two.
And this is what Big gives Carrie.
Well, I've seen the desk.
But you haven't seen what's in the desk. A state-of-the-art flat screen. And so we can lay in bed and watch old black and white movies.
Now, I know a lot of people think that Carrie was in the wrong here, but she really wasn't. Remember, Carrie makes most of the romantic overtures. She's the one who sold her place so she could be part owner of their shared home. She's the one who wanted to surprise Big with the Mexico honeymoon. She's the one who's now purchased him what I'm sure is a very expensive vintage watch that's engraved. It's sentimental and also shows that she's aware of his taste. Big, on the other hand, who knows Carrie loves clothes and jewelry and things to show off, got her a gift that ultimately serves him. Does Carrie watch TV a lot? No. Does she strike you as the type to sit in bed and watch bad movies late at night? Absolutely not. This is literally an example of weaponized incompetence. This time, however, she actually voices her disappointment instead of swallowing it like she normally would.
Come on, don't you remember how nice it was at the hotel watching it happen one night?
Yes, and it was nice because it only happened one night in a hotel.
Did I f up?
A piece of jewelry would have been nice.
In the next scene, she asks Samantha to get her and Big on the guest list for the premiere of Smith's new film.
Can you get me and Big invited to Smith's premiere?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Good. I think we need some glamour. You know, the television and the ordering in, it's just too Mr. and Mrs. Married.
Though I'm sure she's definitely told Big about this beforehand, he comes home the night of with takeout, pissed that the NASDAQ Jones Exchange Dow dropped a few feet or whatever.
Oh, don't get too comfortable on that couch. We have to be at the premiere in an hour.
Is that tonight?
Mm-hmm.
We don't go out on Mondays.
Problem?
We got a problem here? The market fell 100 points, and now I have to get dressed up and go to some Hollywood thing?
All you have to do is put on a fresh shirt.
Carrie, however, is tired of Big's half-assery when it comes to her, and since it seems like he agreed to go in advance, she literally forces him to attend. She's getting her way for once, damn it.
You go have fun with your friends.
Throw this back, we're going. I'll put on a fresh shirt.
While at the party, she complains to Stanford about how she feels like she's pulling teeth trying to get Big to put in a little more effort.
2 years ago, we never even uttered the word couch, and now our entire universe revolves around it.
Count your blessings. Remember when you couldn't even get him to sleep over?
To punish Carrie for standing up for herself and making him be seen in public with her, he immediately begins flirting with Penelope Cruz, yet another gorgeous brunette, aka Big's actual type.
We're out tonight, he could at least slap on a smile and try to have a good time.
He seems to be having a good time now.
I'm gonna be right. I'll be right back.
Every night before bed, I am on my knees praying, please God, let it stay out.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck you doing?
Hi. This is Carmen Garcia Carrion.
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 Very good.
She is the senior vice president of the Bank of Madrid. This is
Carrie Preston.
Naturally, Carrie yanks his ass away and decides that she now wants to go home and be boring.
So, you were right about the catered food and the shoving.
No.
So I'm ready to go whenever you are.
I'll try to keep it up for you.
Of course, these two literally don't talk about anything until they're forced to, so when Big is in bed watching the TV that he bought for himself, Carrie lets him have it.
It's a little loud. And, for the record, that is not a black and white movie.
Big gaslights Carrie by bringing up the gay guy at the gay wedding, gay hitting on him, although it's a false equivalence because Big was the hittee and not the hitter.
When the gay guy hit on me at the wedding, you thought it was funny.
I liked the flirt. In fact, you could dial up the flirt around here a little more. I get TV and takeout guy, and Bank of Madrid lady, she gets sparkle guy.
Big attempts to gaslight Carrie again when he says this.
You're not happy in, you're not happy out.
First of all, bitch.
He is the one who isn't happy in or out. The whole entire plot of the first film was Big getting cold feet regarding making it official with Carrie, but in the least glamorous, least public way possible. And in the end, Carrie was more than happy with the breadcrumbs that he offered, even sacrificing public humiliation in her expensive dream wedding for him. So Big needs to shut his old ass up.
I don't want to be one of those married couples lying in bed, watching television, and not talking.
As much as Carrie is trying to avoid becoming the stereotypical boring married couple, bound together by guilt and or the sunk cost fallacy, it's already happened, and deep down, she knows it. Carrie leaves a note for Big to inform him that she's going to her old apartment, the one that she sold and probably had to pay double to get back after Big jilted her, so she can focus on writing for 2 days. Because they're so dysfunctional, extended time apart actually does them well, so after Carrie has lunch with the girls, Big swings by in his Pimp-mobile and takes her to dinner.
Hey, kid.
Big takes advantage of the 2 days Carrie spent mostly working and pitches a plan to save their already flailing marriage as she's packing for her vacation.
I had an idea I wanted to talk to you about. Remember when you took those 2 days away to finish your article? Maybe we should think about doing that every week. Hear me out. After you took those 2 days at your old apartment, I started thinking, what if I got a place?
You want your own apartment?
Yep, Big is proposing to make Carrie's one-time 48-hour absence a regular occurrence. Of course, Carrie is freaking the hell out because she thinks it's a layover on the way to divorce.
2 days, then 4 days, then what? No days? Is that where this is heading?
I feel like I'm disappointing you all the time. Did I f up?
A piece of jewelry would have been nice.
I'll try to keep it up for you.
I get TV and takeout guy, and Bank of Madrid lady, she gets sparkle guy.
Yeah, you are. All you do is disappoint her.
No, you're not disappointing me.
Why the f you lying?
Carrie is the one who actually manages to strike a compromise, although she's not okay with the idea.
You can't get your own apartment. That would freak me out, and it's a waste of money. You can have my old place till I figure out how I feel about this. And I can take it back anytime.
Deal.
While I like that Carrie didn't immediately outright agree to it, Big is still wrong for bringing this up literally as she's packing, which will no doubt put her in a funk during the entire trip because, again, Big always manages to ruin Carrie's good moods. She tells the girls on the plane, attempting to sell it to herself, but Charlotte can see right through it.
Big and I are thinking about taking 2 days a week apart to do our own thing. You know, he would get 2 days off to do his things, and on those same days I would do my things.
2 days off? You make marriage sound like a job. What is it really about?
Big and I are just trying to make our own rules. What works best for us, not what society says should work for us. Charlotte, we're adults with no children. We have the luxury to design our own life. We're adults with no children. We have the luxury to design our own life.
But doesn't it hurt your feelings that he would want time off?
You just don't get it.
Even though Charlotte is right, Carrie wastes no time in being condescending towards her because deep down, she knows this isn't ideal.
Garo, he's from India. His wife still lives there. They only see each other once every 3 months when they can afford it. And I asked him if that was hard for them, and he said, time doesn't matter. Each time they see each other, it's wonderful. So see, there are all kinds of marriages.
First of all, bitch.
The couple in question don't see each other often because they literally can't afford it.
Please apologize to your wife for my keeping you here all night.
She is in India. I will see her in 1 month.
So you work here and you travel back and forth?
Yes, every 3 months when I have a break in work and can't afford the plane fare.
Meanwhile, Big and Carrie regularly wipe their asses with $100 bills, and he's choosing to take breaks from her. Oh, and I love how she thinks that she's sticking it to Charlotte for saying the quiet part out loud.
But doesn't it hurt your feelings that he would want time off?
Only to reveal her true feelings about the situation later. Luckily, Carrie doesn't have to sulk about her marriage for too long because it turns out she has a repeat dummy in her arsenal to use to make Big jealous, none other than her ex-boyfriend and ex-fiancé, Aiden.
This is the best mirage that I've ever had.
Okay, did Steve tell the girls that they were going to be in Abu Dhabi or something? Because this just seems a little too damn convenient unless Aiden is stalking her. Still pissed at her husband, she agrees to go to dinner with him during her stay.
Can I take you out to dinner, just you and me?
Oh.
If you have the time. The locals say that the restaurant at my hotel has the best mara in town. They consider it rude to keep people waiting here. They also consider it rude not to call an old boyfriend for dinner.
When Carrie receives a less than stellar review of her new book, it instantly dampens her mood even further and reopens the wound that Mashiko Kakatani created in season 5.
All in all, I enjoyed spending time in Ms. Bradshaw's sharp, funny, finely drawn world where single women rule and the men are disposable. Ouch. The men are disposable? I don't dispose of men, do I? No. Well, Mashiko Kakutani thinks so, and I always agree with her. And on, one by one, she lampoons the traditional wedding vows. Until the talented Bradshaw is better able to grasp the complexities of married life, she would be better advised to explore the vow of silence. I should have just stuck to writing about what I know, being single.
But you're not.
No, I'm married, and Big wants 2 days off. I thought you both...
Charlotte, you in danger, girl. Carrie prepares to go out with the man she treated like garbage on 2 separate occasions and runs into the girls.
Hi. Hi.
Wow, you look great.
Oh, I'm meeting Aiden for dinner.
Oh, okay. We'll change our reservation to 5 then.
Not necessary, because we're having dinner at his hotel.
At his hotel.
There's a great Middle Eastern place there. Has the best, I don't know, something.
Mara.
Why are you having dinner with him?
We bump into each other halfway around the world? It means something.
It doesn't mean anything.
Are you serious? You have been saying that everything means something for the last 20 years, but seeing Aiden at a spice souk in the Middle East means nothing.
I think you're playing with fire.
Oh my God, now I'm playing with fire? You're crazy. Just because you're worried about your marriage, everyone's gonna cheat.
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Since she's jealous of Charlotte's healthy marriage and secretly wants Harry to cheat so she can feel better about her own situation, she wastes no time in being a complete bitch to the woman who bought her apartment. Carrie floats away unchecked on to have dinner with her permanent second choice. During dinner, Aiden admits that he, along with his wife, has been keeping tabs on Carrie, signaling that he is now the big in this relationship. Apparently, it's contagious.
I already knew you were married.
You let me go through all that?
And my wife showed me something on the internet. You know, she always kind of kept one eye on you, the one that got away.
Anyone else think that he only married Kathy because he got her pregnant? Aiden continues flirting with Carrie until he ultimately kisses her.
You look good. You look hot.
You are getting me rock hard.
Bruh.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Carrie finally comes to her senses and leaves, waking up all of her friends to announce that she did the thing she wasn't supposed to do that she said she wasn't going to do.
I kissed Aiden. I played with fire. In here.
Samantha! I'm taking a bubble bath!
I kissed Aiden.
Get out. Big's here. I need to have sex.
After Samantha advises her not to inform Big of her indiscretion because it was just a kiss and because she already kept an affair from him in season 2.
I f***ing love you. All right? You know I do.
Hey, good morning.
She immediately tells Big that she kissed Aiden.
I went to the spice market and I ran into Aiden. We decided to have dinner. When we went to say goodbye, we kissed. I feel awful.
I'm at work, Carrie. I have to go. Goodbye.
It takes her a while, but she finally admits that, yes, Charlotte was right. I love how Charlotte doesn't say a word until Carrie apologizes to her.
I'm sorry for that thing I said about your marriage earlier.
And then Charlotte apologizes?
I'm sorry, too, for having an attitude about that 2-day idea. I think there's really something to it.
Carrie's main character syndrome will never fail to piss me off. Because SJP and MPK hate Kim Cattrall with the fire of 1,000 suns, they reduce her character in the film to a sex-crazed buffoon in the most cartoonish fashion.
I just think marriage is 2 people, night after night, sleeping in the same bed.
You have 4 people in your bed.
I've had 4 people in my bed.
Lawrence of my labia.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it.
Are you a big boy?
I am a big boy.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Condoms, yes!
Which ultimately ends their trip early.
Samantha was arrested for having sex on the beach. She's at hotel security and she needs a lawyer.
That sneaky bastard has canceled the meeting and he wants us to pay for the room from now on.
The charge is $22,000 per night.
Bruh.
Sue me.
The punishment for not paying your hotel bill in the UAE is jail.
What time is checkout?
In precisely 1 hour.
Side note, this is the 3rd time Samantha's ridiculous behavior prematurely ended the girls' good time.
Someone stole my fake Fendi.
Are you sure?
I put the bag down beside me. When I got up, it was gone. Oh my God. That bunny's got my bag. All right, give me my bag.
Excuse me.
You stole my bag.
This is my bag.
She says it's her bag.
Apparently, one nod from Hef and the pool party was over.
I am Annabelle Bronstein.
And she's British.
As I was saying, dear sir.
I'm fairly certain you are not Annabelle. I've spoken to her on the phone. I'm sorry, but I know for a fact that Annabelle lost her card.
I thought I did.
Carrie, in an extremely rare moment of self-awareness, actually says this on the way back to New York.
Do you have anything to declare?
I'm a mess.
She returns to an empty apartment and Big ghosting her for a few days, probably hooking up with the Bank of Madrid lady to get back at Carrie.
John? No Big and no TV. Hi, it's me. I'm home. Where are you?
Big finally comes back home after he's finished cheating on her and gives her a a present.
Hi. Where you been all day?
Walking around. Where you been all day?
I was walking around.
Just so you know, that really tore me up.
I'm sorry.
This is your punishment.
Big actually has the gall to tell her that she never wrote any vows for him, although she absolutely did, but then the f***ing wedding never happened because his dumbass didn't show up.
Dawned on me when I was walking around out there that while you wrote a funny book about vows, you never actually wrote any vows from you to me.
Oh, I did. But then that wedding never happened.
Yes, we all make stupid mistakes. Yes, we all make stupid mistakes.
What kind of shit is that?
Big reducing such a traumatic experience down to a stupid mistake makes me want to come through the screen, cut his soon-to-be useless dick off, and feed it to a pack of feral dogs. But like I've been saying, Carrie is nothing if not persistent and delusional. So although she definitely would have needed extensive therapy and a Lexapro prescription after such an egregious embarrassment, she also acts like it wasn't that big of a deal.
You were saying, vows.
And since Big is a controlling ass,
I have to do things on my time frame.
he presents her with some vows that he wrote for her to give to him. I can't stand this man.
I took the liberty of making up some vows for you. Repeat after me. I will never kiss another man other than my husband.
I will never kiss another man other than my husband.
I will stop worrying about being a boring old married couple because we never will be.
I will stop worrying
Child.
about
Anyway,
being-
so
Big gives her a gift that he literally could have just given her for their anniversary instead of that stupid television that ain't even that big. But now that Carrie has proven that she can be just as slippery as he is, now he feels like he needs to step it up. Again, this is supposed to be a happy ending because although Big most likely actually cheated on Carrie as soon as she revealed her major minor slip up, he has enough money to smooth it over and continue acting like their entire relationship isn't a complete farce. The movie ends with the two watching an old movie because, again, Big always gets his way. In the final installment of this rage-inducing analysis, Big proves that even in the afterlife, he is still
a piece of garbage.
And just like that, Big died.
I hereby make a bequest in the amount of $1 million to
Natasha? He ruined our happy sad ending.